In today's video, we are discussing about the end-to-end project of Superstore sales analysis. In this Superstore sales analysis, I have three things for you: business problem statement, and SQL queries part, and a Power BI dashboard part. In the SQL queries part, I'm using Microsoft SQL Server, and the dashboard part, I'm using Power BI. In the first video, I'm focusing on the SQL parts, that how we can use SQL query to analyze our data set. So let's take a look into the business problem statement or superstore analysis for SQL part. In this business problem, we have to focus on the in this superstore analysis post-value project, we gain insight into its sales data to optimize operation and improve profitability. The company is particularly interested in understanding the following aspect. Firstly, we can get the overview of our data set by defining the total number of orders, total sale, total quantity of product that's sold, and average profit, average discount, and total number of products, and total number of categories, and total number of subcategories, total years, and total countries. And then we have to analyze the sale performance analysis. In the sale performance analysis, superstores really wanted to understand their top selling product based on their categories and the subcategories. That like they wanted to know about the products and the categories that have been more sold according to their quantity and according to their sales. And they also wanted to interesting to know about the sales trend over year, like in which year there is more sales. And after that, in the customer segmentation analysis, we have to segment customer based on their purchasing behavior and understand which segment contribute most to the sales. So we have to analyze customer based on their segment, like which segment has been given us the more sales. And then we have to analyze shipping and order management. In the shipping and order management analysis, we have to evaluate the efficiency of different shipping modes, analyzing shipping cost and the impact on overall profitability, and then assessing order processing time identifies area of improvement. In the shipping and order management, we have to evaluate of the analysis based on shipping mode, like which shipping mode has been more shipping costs and which shipping mode is giving the more overall profit. And the secondly, we have to given to the average time which has been taken from the day to the order date and to the day to the shipping date, like the difference between how many times been take when some person pays an order and then we go for it for the shipping. And then when we have to analyze the profitability and the cost analysis, in the profitability and cost analysis, we have to analyze profit margin for different product and categories and the subcategories, and evaluate the impact of discount on overall profitability, and identify product or region that may require cost optimization. So in the profitability and cost analysis, we have to find the profit, the average profit, and the average discount based on different product categories and the subcategories that have been given. And after that, we have to analyze global sales and product quantity overview. In this, we have to analyze like which country is giving the more sales based on their sales and based on the quantity they are being sold. And then after that, we have to find the state level category exploration, in which we have to understand the most used product category in different states. So on the last, we have to find the regional subcategory analysis to analyze like which subcategory is more famous in different kind of regions in term of their quantity, like which region, which subcategory is being more sold based on their quantity. So this is all of our problem statement of the SQL part. So let's start up an analysis. I'm opening my MySQL server and then database, and then click on new database, and then now I'm giving the name of my database as a Superstore sales analysis, and then press OK. And when you click on the database, then your database has been created, and then click on tasks and then import flat files, and then you can browse your file at the place where you save it, and then go to next step. And I'm going to next step, but I think so we have to go back and uncheck this use rich data type in our preview tab. And then I'm making little bit modification into data types of columns. I'm changing the data type of profit and sales, I think so, into float, and then press into next and finish. And now you can see that we have an error in our product name. So I'm changing into n varchar max. Now our data is being uploaded. Now you click on this minus sign and then tables, and then in your table name and then in the columns, then you can see all the columns that have in your table. In the case you did not find this table name, you just simply press refresh button in the object explorer, and you can get all the columns in your table. Now I'm getting the overall view of Superstore sales data, and I'm connecting it with my database. I'm using select statement and from statement from our table name, which is DBO Superstore orders. And now I'm using count of order ID as it is given in our business problem. I'm using alias as AS to rename our count of order IDs as a total orders, and then I'm using count district and then countries, and using alias and renaming as a total countries. By using this, I have the total number of countries, unique countries name that is on our list. For example, if United States appear in 10 times, by using this distinct function, it can only be used as a one time as a unique value, and we can get the value of all the countries that is on our dataset. Now I'm using the same count distinct value for product name to count the how many unique product names have been in our dataset. Now I'm using the same count distinct for category to find the total unique categories in our dataset, and same is for subcategories to find the unique subcategories in our dataset. And now I'm using count distinct function for year to see the how many years in our dataset. And now I'm finding the total sales as sum using the sum aggregated function to find the total sales in our dataset. I'm renaming by using alias as total sales. And then I wanted to know about the total quantity that's sold in our dataset, and I'm using the sum function for it. And now I wanted the average profit that we have earned according to this dataset. So I'm using the average function and then rename and giving it a name as average profit. And then I wanted to know the average discount that has been given according to this dataset. So I'm using average of discount and giving a name as a average discount. Now this is all the overview of our dataset. I'm selecting my query and then executing it. Now you can see all the results like total orders, total countries, total product, total categories and total subcategories, total years, total sales, total quantity sold, average profit, and it's been written total discount, but it is average discount. I just write it by mistake. This is overview of our dataset. Now we're moving toward the sale performance analysis, in which we have to identify top selling product and category and sales per year. So now we have a sale performance analysis. In this sale performance analysis, I'm using select statement we have to find top selling product and category. I'm using select statement and then from by using our table of DBO superstore orders, and the select statement I'm using product name, category, and I'm using the sales, and I'm using the sum of sales, and I'm also rename as a total sales, and I'm also using say, quantity, and I'm taking the sum of the quantity. By using this we can see the most sold product and the category in our dataset. We can get the name of a product name and the category, and then sum of sales and quantities in our dataset. And now I'm using group by class, and I'm grouping my data according to product name and the category because I wanted to group my result based on the product name and the category. And now I'm using the order by statement in which I use sales, sum of sales, and put them in a descending order. Now our result is based on the order of sales, and descending mean according sales from highest to lowest, from the values that have highest sales is on the top order, and then the lower sale in the lower order. And now I'm limiting into top 10 by using this filter. You say for top 10 filters we can get only the top 10 values that have highest sales, and we also given the total quantity that these highest sale values sold, and also the category of these 10 top top 10 sorry top 10 products that have more sales, and the product name that are more sold. Now I want you to see the sales trend over here. So I'm using select statement and then from statement from our table of superstore orders. In the select statement I'm using year and then sum of sales to show that in which year there are more sales, and given it as a name of a total sales by using AS alias. You might say alias or AS. Now I'm using order by statement, and I wanted to see our data based on sales. Now I got an error. This is because I don't write the group by statement. So in the group by statement I use year, after I group by, and then say, and now you can see your data is based on sales, and I'm using descending order from highest to lowest. Like the year that has more sales is on top order, and then the lower one, and then the lower one. Like 2014 has more sales than all the other years. Now we are seeing the customer segmentation. I'm using the select and from statement as I use in all the other tasks. In customer segmentation, we have to find segment customer based on their purchasing behavior and understand which segment contribute most to sales. So in our select statement, I'm using segment, and count of distinct customer name as total customers, and then sum of sales as total sales. I'm using group by statement by segment and order by sum of sales into descending order. For means the segment that have highest sale is on top order and then toward the lowest. By using this, we can get the total number of unique customers in each segment and we get the values of their sales. And you can see the customers segment is have highest value, and then corporate segment and then home office segment is on number 3 that have sales according to sales. Now we have shipping. Now we have shipping and order management analysis. So in our shipping and order management analysis, we have to evaluate the efficiency of different shipping modes and analyze shipping cost and the impact on overall profitability. Assess order processing time and identifies area of improvement. So firstly, I'm using my select statement, and then from our table name superstore orders, and the select statement I'm choosing select ship mode and then shipping cost, and I'm using the average of shipping cost as average shipping cost. And then I'm using profit, like which shipping mode has according to shipping mode which has average shipping cost, what is the average shipping cost and average profit that we have earned. And I'm using group by statement into ship mode because I wanted to group my data based on ship mode. And I wanted to order by statement by profit, average of a profit, because I wanted that my data order is being based on profit. And now you can see the average shipping cost and average profit according to shipping mode. You either can use DESC descending that we already use in our different queries as before to order of data based on descending order of a profit. Now wanted to time analysis, like average time that we have gained from the order date and then shipping date. So I'm using shipping mode and the average, and I'm using dated if function. In dated if function we have a 3 arguments, so I'm using day because I wanted to analyze the difference of the order date and the ship date in the form of days. You either can choose hour or weekdays, it's up to you. And now I'm firstly choosing order date and then ship date, and now I'm giving name as average shipping average time gap. Now I'm using order by statement. Now you can see we have error because our order date I can mistakenly write it as order by instead of a group by in the ship mode. And now you can see we have an error because our data type is not in the data, so dated function can't work. As you can see in our order date and ship date is in the for and varchar 50, so I'm using try cast function for each of our column and state as a date, and I'm using try cast of order date as date and try cast of a ship date as date. Now by using this, our columns in our dataset can be treated as a date. And now you can see the average time gap in the first class shape mode is 63, as same days of 1 day of a gap, and standard class is 146 days of a gap, and second class is 94 days of gap between the day in which order is placed and the day in which day of the ship date, like which this order is being delivered for shipping. Now we wanted to analyze profitability and cost analysis for our data set. In profitability and cost analysis, we have to analyze profit margin for different product categories and the subcategories and evaluate the impact of discount on overall profitability and identify product or region that may require cost optimization. So we have to choose product categories and subcategories to find its profit. I'm using select and from statement. And in the select statement, I'm choosing product name, category, subcategory, and profit. I'm using average of profit. And I'm also using discount as average of discount, and I'm giving name as average profit and average discount to see that which product name, category and subcategories have more profit and more discount. Average discount and average profit. I'm using group by statement. And I'm wanting to group by my data according to product name, category and subcategory. And I'm using ordered by statement based on profit. You either can choose discount, like which product is more discount, but I'm using average of profit. I'm setting into descending order. And now my query is being executed, and now you can see the products name and in which category they are belonging, which subcategory they are belonging, and what is the average profit they have earned, and what is the average discount they have been given. You can see the top 6 categories are technologies that have more profit. If you wanted to set a filter of top 10, top 15, you can do that by your own. Now we have a global sales overview, sales and quantity overview. So I'm using my select statement and then from our table. And I'm selecting country. And then sale and quantity. And I'm using the sum of both the values, like sum of sale and giving it name as a total sales. And sum of quantity and giving it name as a total quantity. In the group by class, I'm using group my data according to country. And in the order by class, I wanted to order my data based on sales, sum of sales, into descending order from highest sales to lowest sales. Now I'm executing my country, and you can see United States has more sale, and then there is Australia, France, China, Germany, Mexico, and so on. And now we wanted to analyze our state level category exploration, in which we have to understand the most used product category in different states. If you can't understand this group by class, so in the group by class we have to group our whole data based on specific kind of columns in which our result is being used for the aggregated function that we can use. As you can see in our dataset, in the group by class we can't use aggregated function because we wanted to group by our data based on the simple columns that in our dataset. Like if you take the example in this case, I'm using the select statement in the product name, and then I'm using category, and then quantity, sum of the quantity as total quantity sold. And in this statement I'm using the group by of two columns like product name and category because I wanted to group my data based on the product name and the category, because I wanted to perform the aggregated function like sum of quantity into my analysis. So I'm using product name and category into my group by class, and I wanted to order my analysis based on quantity. This order by statement is not compulsory. If you wanted to do that, you can do that. But if you do not use that, you can. It's only up to you. Because I wanted to order my data based on highest sales to highest quantity sold to lowest quantity sold. So that's the reason I'm using in the order by class. Now we have to regional subcategory analysis, in which we have to analyze the popularity of subcategory in different regions. I'm using the select get statement and then from our table of superstore orders. And the select statement I'm using region and subcategory. I'm using in the group by statement, I'm using region as subcategory. I think so we have missing something. I'm using the quantity, sum of quantity as total quantity sold. And now our query is completed. I wanted to use sum of quantity into our order by class, and now my query is being executed. Now we can get the result based on the total quantity that been sold in different regions into form of descending order, like which region has been more quantity sold and what is their subcategory. So this is all the analysis phase using Microsoft SQL Server. If you're really interested about the Power BI part, like how we can use this business problem to make the Power BI part of this project, that you can stay tuned with us, and might be at the time when you're watching this video, this Power BI part has already been uploaded, so you can go and watch this Power BI, that how can utilize this business problem